It's getting bad now. It's getting unsafe. It's getting dangerous. Not just for people to walk the streets just in daily life. Not since the removal of all those policemen from our streets. Not so that people don't feel it's safe to go out at night. You may just get attacked in public. Well, that's a different matter. But it's getting bad now for the political canvassers out there. It's getting particularly bad for all parties, by the way. And I do say all parties. This is our local Labour Party candidate. She's known as Cathy by most of us. I'm a constituency Labour Party member. But of course, I'm not just speaking about what has happened to Cathy. In this particular instance, the headline, as you see, says meeting violence and anger on the election trail. Meeting violence and anger on the election trail. Our candidate Cathy was for Southtown and Cobham Ward in Great Yarmouth. She says she was punched while delivering leaflets on April the 1st in Lichfield Road. Police are investigating the incident, and this picture has been submitted. Apparently, just quoting from the particular article in the New European, she suffered from the malevolent atmosphere at closer quarters than most. She was leafleting and knocking on doors in her wards Southtown and Cobham, a particularly deprived area where a quarter of the children are classified as living in low-income families. Do note that, because I think that's important, okay? When she called at one address, a woman came to the door, punched her, called her an effing traitor, and told her she should be hanged. I was just leafleting, said Cathy, and somebody came out of their house and was obviously trying to express their views and express them in a physical way, she told TNE, the New European. It's sad that people feel a need to respond in this way, she added. I'm a local mum. I work in the area. So for someone to respond in that way made me shocked and sad. And it goes on to say the event is being investigated by local police. Of course, not just Cathy. Anyone who looks at my page will know only recently that I mentioned a Conservative candidate who was out canvassing, and this lady was attacked as well. So, despite the fact that everyone's trying to say, all of our candidates out there on the doorstep are going, this isn't about Brexit. It's not about Brexit. It's got nothing to do with that. These are local elections. These are local people. We agree that you can have different opinions to us, but think of this as local democracy. Despite all that, why the attack on people? I think, and I'll be absolutely honest here, I think it's promoted. I think the right-wing Tory-controlled media promote these visceral ways of thinking. And I think it is almost a kind of done deal that if you don't agree with somebody, or you are so passionate about something, in this case, whether we speak it or not, Brexit, you're entitled to hit them. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to use violence as a way of expressing your frustration, your anger, or your disgust. Now, I don't doubt that people are frustrated, particularly in the areas that have suffered the most from Tory cuts. I don't doubt that people feel that they are not being heard. I don't doubt that at all. But I think behind the accounts that you read in the media, the subtext is, it's okay to go out and start on somebody. It's all right to start a fight. It's all right to get into a little bit of aggro. It's almost becoming as popular as acts of road rage at the traffic lights. Somebody cuts you up on a roundabout, then stops in front of you, gets out the car and starts with a little physical persuasion. It's encouraged. Well, maybe it's encouraged in the media because, wow, doesn't it make good stories? Oh, there's always something to write about, isn't there? It's like the old saying about, the media could write dog bites man. Happens all the time, doesn't it? Dog bites man, what's the story there? But if the media writes man bites dog, oh, huge sensation. Hundreds of readers, thousands of readers. It makes every news outlet possible. Look, for crying out loud, stop it. I hope in both cases the culprits are brought to justice. I hope they're not just fined, I hope they're locked up. In the case of our candidate and the Conservative Party candidate in Colchester. But I swear to God, I believe this violence is being encouraged, maybe subtly, but it's kind of underlying through using words like traitor and all that lot. It's underlying, but I believe it's being encouraged through our Tory-controlled media. Anyway, that's me done for the day.